Well, good morning, everybody. Today's a shop day. So, we are officially finished with all the tractors for the season until planting comes around. So, we've got all these girls washed, waxed, interiors cleaned, changed oil on this yesterday. I didn't really make any videos of any of that stuff, but we are going to start getting this tractor ready for paint. So we're gonna take this hood off and we're gonna send it away. Like I said, it's gotta get painted because of these imperfections. So first thing we are going to do is there is a harness for this hood. We're going to unclip the harness. Right here. Might have to go get a screwdriver. There's one. There is two. Wow, that is an ignorant spot. There we go. I'll get that kind of pulled up so that can stay on. So we're going to get this bolt loosened off, and we got to get this quick clip out, and we can pull these, and we're gonna have to wait till later this afternoon, which you'll see in a bit. We got to get a bunch of guys here because one guy has to be pulling those pins, and we need 4 people, you know, one hole in here, one hole in here, one hole in that side, take this off. So I'll get those bolts undone, and that's what you're going to see a little later. We are going to come to this tractor here. I'm going to put a new positive end on the positive cable. I made a new end here yesterday. These are just the bolt-on. Yeah, it just squeezes that wire down. This one here, so you heat this up, you put a bunch of solder in it, and that is a way better connection than that is. This tractor's just having a little problem starting, so we'll get to that right now. So you can see the difference. So we're gonna put this in the vise, get it heated up, fill it with solder, put that cable in it, opposed to this which just crimps it down. There's really nothing wrong with these. I just like this style better. And like I said, we've been having trouble with that tractor starting, so I did that to the negative yesterday, and I put a brand new negative on. It works really well, so while I'm at it, I might as well do the positive too. And it's gonna hold that for a minute till before it cools. Right now I can't move it. There we are. Now we'll go install it. So, I'm glad that project is done. So you're gonna see us after lunch when I get a crew. We're gonna take that hood off. Really nice to get the 3/8 drive. All right, I'll get a. There is a scraper in the one drawer there. Yeah. So what was on there was a paper gasket was on it, and this is a nice. This is a composite with an O-ring. These seem to work really good. Should put that on in the beginning, but here we are. I need a little longer bolts with this.
Okay. 3/8.
Yeah. So she used to have a quadrijet on it. Now she's got a, I believe there's a quick fuel, right? Yeah. She'll pull wagons way better now. Oh, this might be a little too long.
Too long?
Might be. All the way down my fingers.
So I got these two.
No, they went down all the way. Put her away. We don't drive that truck in the winter. So I went to go put the base, actually that base on right there. This is off 69 Camaro, but the back right here, so and though that style of truck has got a bigger distributor, so this hits, so we got to get a different base, but we'll get there. Anyways, up next, finally, we'll get this hood off. So next day, obviously we got this hood off. So you probably see me go back to the hood, and I was saying I was going to pull that pin right through here first and leave this on the hood. I didn't realize how heavy the hood was with this piece on it. So put that pin back in. We undid the 4 screws, let this down, pulled the pin out, pulled this out first, and then pulled the hood. That was the easiest way, I think. This is the first time I've pulled these hoods. I've done it lots in the 7710 because you have to pull that hood to do all kinds of other maintenance, but here we are. Immediately the harness came with it. So I'm gonna get a stool and we're going to start taking this front grill right off. That way, when it goes to get painted, you don't have to worry about taping this off in lines, and that will lighten this hood up. So I'm gonna find what we need and start taking it off. Oh, before we get too carried away, I should take all these clips off for the harness. This one is a bit of a bugger. There we are. That harness, we are going to, the harness goes up through the horn. There. You gotta see, I might be able to, there might be another quick connect here. Fortunately, this is something you just can't crawl around in. I probably should have done that on the ground, or when it was some of that stuff might have been easier to pull when the hood was on the tractor. Just gonna guess. And you can see I marked this one blue. Okay. These clips, without breaking them, need a flathead now. And of course you were zip tied. Alright, zip tie. So I'm gonna go with a different approach. I've been trying to get that to slide down. There's a clip behind here. So we are going to take the lights right out of here, which nope. That's 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put you down. I imagine after that fourth, that this bezel should come off yet again. There's one. We'll get them both off and go from there. And last, these two screws, which are 8 mil. By the way, these are 20 torques, and these are 30 torques. Just so if you are doing it, you kind of have an idea what you need. Right, there's 3. Okay. There we go. So now that we have this out of the way, there, that made life way easier. So I'm just gonna leave this harness in here. It goes underneath, and really no reason why it can't stay there. So, okay, now for this big unit. Let's see if we can get her off. Do some more investigating before we just start ripping. Just show you what I'm talking about. If you're ever doing this kind of work, it's always just be very tedious. I'm pretty sure you can see the molding. There might be a screw here, 1, 2, 3, 4, which would make total sense. So we're gonna have to get this off, or this nose piece off, which it might just pull. Yes, it does. When you're doing this stuff, you just gotta be so careful. I'm not saying I'm not gonna break anything, because that's a possibility. There we are. 4 more screws. Actually, I think you came just in time here. I think you came just in time. Just gotta pull these 4 screws in this drill. Awesome radar. So we have everything apart. We have everything as organized as possible. If you're ever doing restoration, organization is your friend. You know, I just put these long screws back in there. I took pictures. I have everything right and left. All the screws where they need to be. Everything is back together. These screws are sitting in here. It's just so important to keep everything where it needs to go, because even though I'm saying it's gonna be a week, it could be 2 weeks. You never actually know. Wrenches get thrown into the program. That's what happens all the time in restorations. This is hardly a restoration. This is a paint job on a hood, but you know what I'm getting at. And we'll see what goes on next week. Yeah, because we're not going to start the 806 this week. I would actually kind of like to get this finished, perhaps, and then we'll get to the 806. Owen just picked up the parts, so we have the clutch and the head gasket. And actually, I want this space right here. So I want this tractor moved. I want to be able to use that, you know, I don't have to walk too far to the toolbox, and we don't screw up the shop too much. So anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, have a go, and peace.